What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be doing my 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff predictions. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs will kick off this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. 12 of the top drivers in the series will be competing for a championship. Some drivers looking for their first championship, many in this field, while drivers like Justin Allgaier are looking for their second championship in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Today, I'm going to go through each of the rounds and tell you which drivers will advance and which drivers will be limited, and eventually tell you who I think will be the champion at the end of the year once we get to Phoenix. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Let's begin by talking about the round of 12. The first driver having been eliminated in the round of 12 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series is a driver of the 25 car for AM Racing, Harrison Burton. Look, what this AM Racing organization and team has done this year has been absolutely incredible. If you compare where this team was last year with Haley Deegan and where this team was with other drivers behind the wheel, there was just no momentum for the 25 team going into the year. But they've been very impressive. But you have to look at the lack of points they have. They've been very inconsistent at times throughout the year. They had a really bad run at Gateway, and I really don't trust Harrison Burton at some tracks like the Charlotte Roll, for example, because the AM Racing road course program has not been that great so far this year. And there's been some inconsistencies in the first round where I don't trust the 25 team at this point. It's been a great season for the team, but I don't see Harrison Burton making it out of this round. I think it's going to be unfortunately struggle for him in the round of 12. The second driver having eliminated in the round of 12 is the driver double zero car for the Haas factory team, Sheldon Creed. I think Sheldon Creed has been up and down throughout this year, and you compare to where this car was last year, competing for the championship, I believe made it to the round of 8, but unfortunately got eliminated before getting into the championship 4. It just hasn't really been as good of a season as it was last year for the double zero car, and while Sheldon Creed has shown potential winning speed up points, his teammate Sam Mayer has outperformed him throughout the year, and I just don't see the consistent pace and speed that the double zero car is going to need if it's going to have an opportunity to make it out of this round. Yes, he's a pretty solid road course racer, so you have to look at the Charlotte Roll probably being his best chance and opportunity, especially with the speed the Haas factory team cars have shown throughout this year on the road courses. But I don't trust Sheldon Creed. I don't trust him being a major factor. I think he's going to have to win a race, and sadly he hasn't shown consistent race winning speed. I think Sheldon Creed will get eliminated in the round of 12. The third driver having been eliminated in the round of 12 is a driver of the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray has honestly had a pretty solid year so far in the Xfinity Series. When you look at normal rookie seasons, this is generally a pretty good normal rookie season for him. He's been close to winning a few races throughout the year, and I've liked the speed at times from the 54 team throughout the year. However, the lack of playoff points is what really concerns me, and the lack of consistency from Taylor Gray in recent weeks is what concerns me as well. There is not a ton of consistency from the number 54 team currently at the moment right now, and I think that's going to be a massive reason why Taylor Gray, unfortunately, I don't think will make it past this round and will get eliminated in the round of 12. Just the inconsistency is a big reason for me. I don't trust Taylor Gray in this round. I think Taylor Gray, because of that, will get eliminated and not make it to the round of 8 in the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs this year. And the fourth final driver that I have been eliminated in the round of 12 and not advancing to the round of 8 is a driver of the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, Sammy Smith. Early in this year, you could make an argument that Sammy Smith was going to be a Final Four threat and contender. But there's been a ton of inconsistencies throughout the regular season, especially in the second half of this year, and there's just no consistency with this program in general. They can have sometimes race-winning pace and top 5 speed, and then there's times where they're way off a cliff running in 15th or 20th, and because of that, I think that's going to be, unfortunately, a major reason why Sammy Smith is going to get eliminated. Now, I think he could have a really good run at Bristol. He was really fast there early in the spring, which I think will help Sammy Smith have a chance and opportunity to be really strong. I think Sammy will be solid enough to be decent. I think he's the best of the guys that are in this round that could have a chance, but I think Sammy Smith will not have consistency to get through. I think he will unfortunately end up getting eliminated in the round of 12. So that is the round of 12. Let's go ahead and move on to the round of 8. The first driver having eliminated in the round of 8 is a driver of the 1 car for Junior Motorsports, Carson Quaffle. Carson Quaffle is the only full-time Junior Motorsports driver not have a win so far. Despite this, he's been super consistent at times throughout the year, and Carson Quaffle has had 4 top 10s in the last 5 weeks. I think it's past the round of 12 because of that, but because of the lack of playoff points for Carson Quaffle, I don't see him getting through. I think his best chance is going to be the chaotic race in Martinsville because he's a really good short track racer, but I just don't see him outside of maybe getting a win, having a chance to make it out of this round and racing for a championship. I think because of that, he won't have enough to do it. I think Carson Quaffle, unfortunately, does not make it out of this round and will not race for a championship, as I just don't think he'll have enough to make the championship for this year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. The second driver having been eliminated in the round of 8 is the driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez had a really strong year in this number 48 car, and I feel like this team has had a ton of speed throughout the year. My biggest issue is some of the inconsistencies at points throughout the year, and my other big issue in Nick Sanchez is the lack of playoff points. He does have decent playoff points going in this year, and has had a really strong rookie season. The only other rookie to win a race so far besides Connor Zilisch, who we'll talk about here later in this video. But Nick Sanchez, I just don't have enough for him, and I don't see him having enough to be a major contender to get into the championship 4. I think his Slayer pick to get it done, though, because I think his 48 team's brought a lot of really good speed. He could win a race before the end of the season. I think there's a chance he could get a second win. I think Nick will be good. I don't think he'll be great, but I think Nick Sanchez will have a chance and opportunity to be competitive. I just don't see him making it to the championship 4 this year. The third driver having been eliminated in the round of 8 is a driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Brandon Jones. Early in this year, I would have put Brandon Jones as a Final Four contender because early in this year, he looked like a championship contender. He was really strong, running top 5 and top 10, keeping up with the junior motorsports cars on a week-by-week basis. But my biggest issue is some of the unfortunate fall-off from the number 20 team. And while Brandon Jones had a lot of good runs throughout the year, he's had a really great resurgence throughout the 2025 year, especially in the second half. I just don't feel like he'll have enough of a chance and opportunity to make it to the championship 4 because of that. I think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be good enough, though. But I think if there's anyone that could get there from the Joe Gibbs Racing stable, it is certainly Brandon Jones. I think there's a chance the 20 car could be up there contending for an opportunity. I think Martinsville's a really good shot as a potential possibility. And you never know if he makes the championship 4. He could win Phoenix. He was really good at Gateway as well. We'll see if Jones can do it, but I'm not expecting Brandon Jones to unfortunately make it to the championship 4 this year. And the fourth final driver that I have been eliminated in the round of 8 is a driver of the 21 car for Richard Childress Racing, Austin Hill. Austin Hill, if he had a ton of playoff points right now, I'd have him in the championship 4. The reason I have him out, though, is because of the lack of playoff points. Usually, I would say he can go to Talladega and be a factor there, but I worry about the lack of speed, and not as great speed they've had the last couple super speedways for Austin Hill. Granted, he had mechanical issues at Atlanta, so I can't really blame him for that, but I just don't see Austin Hill make it to the championship 4. I think he's the best of the rest that won't make the championship 4 this year. I think Hill will have a solid car for sure. I think even without the playoff points, he gets to the first round, but I think it's going to be really tough for Austin Hill to get to the second round. Because of that, I think Austin Hill will get eliminated. I don't think he makes it to the championship 4, and I think he sadly will get eliminated in the round of 8 unless he causes some chaos to get past this round. I have Austin Hill going out in the round of 8 and not making the championship 4. So, that is the round of 8. Let's move on and talk about the championship 4 and the drivers who I have competing for the championship. The first driver I have competing for a championship this season is the driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch. This one's a no-brainer. Connor Zilisch in the last couple months has been absolutely phenomenal. He is, in the last 14 races, he's had 14 top 5 finishes, and in the last 8 races, he has scored 7 wins, and probably should have won the race at Iowa if not for an issue that he kind of caused in the race and bad pit stops throughout the event. But he's been phenomenal. He's had 4 straight wins coming into this class. His average finish in the last 14 races is a 1.92, which is absolutely phenomenal, and what Connor Zilisch is doing as a rookie is absolutely incredible. So I think Connor will have a really good chance to get there this year. I think they're going to bring a lot of strong pace and speed for Connor. I think Connor Zilisch will make the Final Four this year in 2025. The second driver had making the championship 4 in Xfinity is their driver 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has been the biggest threat besides Connor Zilisch for this championship. He's looking for back-to-back championships, looking to get Junior Motorsports another title this year. And Justin Allgaier, I think, has a really good chance to get it done this season. He's had a lot of really good runs. He's been fast at times throughout the year, but there's also been some inconsistencies from the number 17, which concerns me a little bit. But I think if anyone can beat Connor Zilisch for this title at the moment, I think it's certainly Justin Allgaier, considering he's put up some really strong performances in great runs throughout the year. I think Justin Allgaier this year will make the Final Four. I think Junior Motorsports brings the pace and speed, where we'll see a couple JRM cars in the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship 4 in the 2025 year. The third driver making the championship 4 this year is a driver of the 2 car for Richard Childress Racing, Jesse Love. Jesse Love, in my opinion, has been having a really solid and good season. I think this will surprise a lot of people that I have him in the Final Four. But I like Jesse Love's chances this year. He's been really good at Talladega, a super speedway light track where I think this two car's shown some really good speed, and he's been good at a lot of other tracks that we have in the playoffs this year. He's been pretty fast at Vegas at times, been pretty good at Martinsville, especially RCR, how strong they've been. I think Jesse Love will have a very, very fast car this time around to make it to the championship 4. I think they're bringing a ton of speed at this moment right now. I think because of that, Jesse Love in 2025 makes the Final 4, and I think a race for the championship for the first time in his career. I have Jesse Love for sure making the Final 4 in 2025. And the fourth final driver that I'm making the championship for this year is the driver of the 41 car for the Haas factory team, Sam Mayer. Coming into this year, one of the biggest issues Sam Mayer has been his consistency, because he's had an average finish of like 15th or 16th over the course of the last couple of years or something like that. But this year, he's cleaned up the consistency, and Sam Mayer has like a 9th or 10th place average finish. He's had a lot of really strong and really, really good runs. And I really like the speed from the 41 team going into playoffs this year, which I think will lead Sam Mayer to make it to the championship 4 this year with a really fast car. I think Sam Mayer will easily make it to the Final 4 this year. I don't think there's any question about that at this point. He's really good at short tracks. He's a pretty decent super speedway racer as well. Because of that, I think in 2025 he'll get it done. I think Sam Mayer will be able to have the pace and speed and make the Final 4 in 2025. So that is the Final 4. Now let's talk about who I think will be your Xfinity Series champion. I think it's going to come down between two drivers for this championship. I think it's going to be the JRM duo of Connor Zülch and Justin Allgaier. While I like Jesse Love having good speed, he's been inconsistent at Phoenix, and Sam Mayer, while he's been decent at Phoenix, he's not been absolutely fantastic. So I think it's either going to be Zülch or Allgaier for the title. And while Justin Allgaier has been amazing at this track, probably should have won this race in the spring, has been absolutely phenomenal at tracks like this, was really good at Gateway. You have to look at who was faster at Gateway. And there's one guy, in my opinion, who executed a better race than Justin Allgaier and Gateway, and that is Connor Zülch. And Connor Zülch, while he wasn't great at Phoenix in the spring, I think he's a lot better than where he was at the beginning of the year. So because of that, I think that the most deserving driver all year long, Connor Zülch, who's been absolutely phenomenal this year, I think he will be your 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Connor Zülch is the most deserving, in my opinion. 9 wins so far this year, looking to break the record for most wins in the Xfinity Series history with 13, which Kyle Busch holds that record at this point. I think Connor's going to get it done. There's a lot of really good tracks ahead of him. I think he's got a really good, easy pathway to win the title this year, and I think for 2025, he'll be the first rookie to win the championship since 2018 when Tyler Reddick won the Rookie of the Year and went on to win the title. I think that you will see Connor Zülch be your 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. So, that is going to be it for my 2025 NASCAR Xfinity playoff predictions. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Notifications on so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go to lower that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your playoff predictions for 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and tell me who you think will be the champion this year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We will have Truck Series race picks dropping later today for Bristol. Tomorrow we're going to have the Xfinity picks dropping for Bristol as well in a NASCAR news video. And then, of course, on Thursday we'll have the Cup race picks for Bristol for the Food City 500, whatever the race is called, and Bass Pro Shops night race. And then, of course, we will have the Truck Series race review. And then on Saturday and Friday and all that, we'll have the race reviews as well. I'll probably do a video on Cletus Safron as well because he's running the race on Thursday. We got a lot of content coming up. People like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Frankie Muniz, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Carson Quaffle, other people like Cletus Farm, Dodge Ram, all the good stuff we'll talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks as well, along with Will Brown, Brock Feeney too. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, buddy.